Welcome back. Americans struggle to fill their cart as Hunter sells his crappy art. I guess it's time for...
The Biden family. We are as corrupt as can be. I said the Biden family. It's total incompetency.
And to think, Gene Nelson does that whole thing in his closet. It's amazing. Hunter Biden's art dealer calls him, quote, one of the most consequential artists in this century. Which is weird because when has Hunter actually dealt with consequences? His idea of taking responsibility is having sex with his dead brother's wife. And then abandoning his laptop like it's one of his own kids. You know when somebody's name is George but has an S on it, do you say Jorge or Georges? Anyway. Georges Burgess has been selling Hunter's finger paintings for a reported $500,000 each. But we still don't know the buyers' identities or the actual price tags. And he won't say if he'll disclose the names to Congress. So Hunter keeps cashing in, but like a woman standing in front of his dear old dad. Americans are feeling the pinch. Yeah. Why not, huh? Clap. I'll take it. A new poll shows 4 in 10, that's 40%, Kat, say they're worse off financially since Joe Biden has become president. Look at those numbers. Made you look. Luckily, he's only been president for 2 years. Another survey says 82% of middle-income households have cut back on how much they save, or worse, have dipped into their savings to make ends meet, much like David. And with inflation through the roof, 1 in 5 shoppers are buying groceries at dollar stores, where the best buy dates are in Roman numerals. So as the country goes broke, it's amazing Biden doesn't get more credit since he's got a lot of things to tout.
He's got a lot of things to tout. Why do you think that it has not penetrated the American public?
Well, look, these things don't sell themselves.
These things don't sell themselves. Well, if they sold themselves, Hunter's penis would be inside them. I know. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But we use the medically legitimate term, therefore it doesn't get bleeped. Little secret to you fledgling talk show hosts out there. All right, what say you, Joe?
Yeah, credit where credit is due. That's right. Chuck's right. Chuck Todd, I like that guy. Chuck. Chuck. Chuck Wagon. Remember Chuck Wagon? Riding around the kitchen floor? Yeah. I used to ride shotgun on Chuck Wagon. Not a joke. True story. Yeah, all those bad dudes. Hey, Corn Pop, you want to board the Chuck Wagon? Denied. Yeah!
Brian, I have this weird feeling, okay, like when you ask people, are they better off or worse off? I was going to ask you that, but then I realized that we have so many things now in our lives that are cheap and take up a lot of time. Do we notice that we're going downhill if we were on TikTok, if we're on Instagram, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. I've been through that, like, when things are bad because you had nothing else to compare. You had nothing else to do.
That's right. We're so distracted now that you can look at the eggs in your fridge and say, oh my gosh, I can't afford those. And then, oh my gosh, what can I watch over here for the next 20 minutes?
Yes.
But think about this. We're actually doing stories on people in suburban America buying chicken coops and chickens because they can't afford the eggs. You're telling me that life's gotten better and in your little square plot in the backyard, you're going to put a chicken coop? I think our measurements are a little off here, which is why Buttigieg says, well, these things don't sell themselves. Actually, they do. If inflation's not double digits, the things sell themselves. When you can't afford them, they don't sell themselves.
It's interesting. Another survey said, are you better or worse off? And 90% said better, but those were the chickens.
Right.
Those were of course, they're moving everywhere, Kat. They get their eggs at premium prices. Let me ask you: have you noticed? Okay, have you noticed, based on financial pressures or whatnot, your life is better or worse in the last 2 years?
Yeah. Actually, the other day, like, my husband said to me, like, Kat, like, we need to cut back. I'm like, on what? We don't do anything. on eating food, on my commute to work, or on my commute home from work. I don't go out. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
So I would notice it. The only reason I don't is because he's the one who reads all the credit card statements.
Exactly.
Because they have numbers in them, and I'm a girl, so it's not my thing. But if you're better off, you either like got a raise or you're not paying attention. Because how much money you're making, it's just not as worth what it would have been before. And I don't also blame anybody for not giving credit to Biden. I mean, just take politics out of it. All you have to do is watch him talk for like a couple of seconds. And you're like, there's no way he can be that involved in anything.
No.
Right. It's like when you thank your little baby cousin's kid for getting you a Christmas present.
Yeah.
You're like, sweetheart, thank you so much. You know they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. But your point is, you know what? Inflation is an invisible thing, but it's a real thing, Emily. It's a tax. I mean, like, basically, if you're making 80 grand a year, you're probably actually in real terms you take out the taxes, you're probably making $35,000 a year because everything goes up in price 10%, but you're also getting taxes taken out. I know I'm using numbers, Emily. I'm just quoting Kat.
The numbers you quoted are definitely accurate under Biden's America. And taxes disproportionately affect the poor, the lower classes.
You can say it, the smelly people.
And this kind of inflation disproportionately affects the middle class. So that statistic that you read in the beginning, the 8 out of 10 American households that have dipped into their savings or that have stopped saving because of Biden's America, that happened in 3 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't over 2 years. That poll was they said over a 3-month period of time. And that just goes to show that no matter what comfort level you have, whatever cushion you have, that you tell yourself, yes, this is secure and I've done this financially responsibly and this will take care of my family. Something as unpredictable as the avian flu mixed with this incompetent president's administration's decisions is what can obliterate your savings. It's what can obliterate your cushion, and all of a sudden, you live in fear. And that's why when he was asked about it on Friday and he responded by swearing at the reporter, he can't even handle one question because he can't get in the trenches with Americans and say, this must be really hard. Let me hear what you have to say. Let me acknowledge your pain. Instead, he's just calling his son Hunter, which, by the way, the FBI in concert, the DOJ, underwent an almost 2-year investigation, I think in addition with the Senate, because of the money laundering and the rampant illicit behavior that goes on within the private art dealership and acquisition industry. So for them to try to force feed us yet again a gaslighting of nothing to see here, he's just a genius and his art is amazing. Absolutely not. We should know who is buying his art because 9 times out of 10, guaranteed it's either someone from China or maybe a certain town in Ukraine.
All right, well, she snuck the avian flu in there, David.
I'm not wrong.
No, I know, that's scary. The avian flu is a big deal, and as you know, are you now at dollar stores because of the implosion of Western Razor, and you're a comedy?
No implosion. I mean, I'm the only guy dropping prices. Is the kind of the thing. You know, I'm out there. My blades are 5 cents. You know, I mean, I don't know how much lower I can go. But inflation is crazy. I mean, I was at Nordstrom's, went to Nordstrom's just to buy a sweater.
Yeah.
Turns out it's cheaper to spend the winter in Barbados. I mean.
You want to end on that note, you think? It's a high note?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you could go to another joke, but it might not be as good.
What do you guys think? Cheer, don't cheer. I'm not there.
But, no?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.